Welcome back. Welcome back. Breaking news here Wednesday. It's the league is starting to, this is where NBA starts to pick up here. We're getting into the snow in New Jersey here. We got trade deadline in like a month, but hey, we got it now. We got it now. Pascal Siakam to the Pacers. You saw the thumbnail, you saw the tweets. Crazy.
Very,
Crazy.
very crazy.
Do you think that it was a good move for the Pacers? Actually, let me run through the deal first, and then we'll get into our thoughts about it and how it thinks. But all the full details aren't out at the time of recording this, but as of right now, that they're acquiring Pascal Siakam in the deal that will send Bruce Brown, Jordan Nwora, and 3 first-round picks to the Raptors. And there also is the New Orleans is involved in this somehow, and they're sending Kira Lewis to the Raptors. I think they probably are just trying to get some salary stuff sorted out to make it all work. Um, Before today, Siakam basically said he wants to test out free agency, but then Woj just tweeted that he's excited to try and work out a new deal in the summer. So I think he's still going to get to that free agency period. And if a team goes and wants to pay him an ungodly amount of money, he'll go there. But hey, I mean, I think he'll end up probably staying in Indiana. Like he
100%.
doesn't seem like a guy that I think needs to be in a huge market. Like he like Toronto, and it's not even in the U.S. So, um, but yeah, let me get your thoughts on it. Do you think the Pacers are legit now? I mean, I think that everyone thought they were good, but do you think they move themselves into another tier in the NBA rankings?
I think definitely. I think you could confirm a first round appearance for the Indiana Pacers. I think now. I think it's set in stone. I think Adam Pascal Siakam, if his conditioning is as well as the Indiana Pacers offense requires for you to have run a 7 second offense, I think that adding Spicy P, who can knock down the three ball crazy, is very important. Bruce Brown, is a loss. I'm a fan of Jordan Nwora. I've been following him since he's been in Milwaukee. But I think that for 3 first-round draft picks, and then you have a superstar in Tyrese Halliburton right now, pairing him with Pascal Siakam and the rest of the squad, I think that makes them a little bit dangerous. But not to, I'm not going far to say that, they could make it to the second round or third round. This is something that I would like to see develop over the course of the rest of this season, next season, seeing where Spicy P, finds himself according to free agency in the summertime. I don't think he'll leave. I think that All-Star Weekend is in Indianapolis, and I think that they're gonna show the cat some love if he, decides to show up or pop out there or whatever. Or he'll definitely be out there because he'll be in Indiana, or he could be away, doing whatever All-Star
Yeah,
Weekend.
yeah.
But I think pairing him with Tyrese Halliburton, I think that Tyrese is such a star that it's going to be even greater energy. I don't think that there's going to be such thing as a small market anymore because of how you have these prolific players growing into growing into their game and showing you I'm that cat as just as much as anybody else. And Tyrese adding Spicy P to that is very dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think to me, I like the trade for the Pacers a lot. I think they gave up a lot, but I think the one thing Pacers fans are probably I don't know any direct Pacers fans, so you can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I think that signing Bruce Brown was a good signing in the offseason, but the money that you gave him was not worth it.
Mm.
46 mil, I think it was, over the course of 2 seasons is too much for Bruce Brown. I'm sorry. He's very good. He's a vital piece. Like last year on the Nuggets, he's like one of those guys that you need on a championship kind of team, like a glue guy like that who can do a little bit of everything. But the money was just too much. And to make a move like this, it shows one, your commitment to Tyrese and the rest of this team. And two, it kind of helps you push the needle a little bit. I don't know. I'm not the biggest Siakam guy in the world in general. I think that he'll fit well in this offense for sure. I think he'll get easier looks than he ever has. He's not really going to have to create for himself as much anymore, where he has to dribble and attack downhill. He's going to get a lot of fast break opportunities, a lot of drive and kick out threes, and then pump fake drive to the lane. Like this offense is going to be a lot more flow. Like it's just going to continue to flow even more, and I think it's going to benefit Siakam long term. But for right now, I mean, I don't know if it puts them into the tier 2 of the like I'm just thinking Eastern Conference because you want to get to the finals, and if you get to the finals, basically kind of anything can happen. But like, I mean, I still put Boston in a tier by themselves to me. I'm like, they're just that good. Then I would put Philly and Milwaukee in there. And then I think if you fully healthy and get hot, I think you can throw the Cavs and Knicks in there. And then I guess you have to put the Heat in that.
I was gonna say Miami,
but I don't think the Pacers are there yet. I got to see it. Unless their defense improves, there's no way for me to put them in that top two groups. But I do agree with you. I think they're definitely in the playoffs at some, like, they're going to be a playoff lock, even if they go to the play. And I think they'll win one of the two games if necessary, because I don't think they're going to drop all the way down to like a 8 or 9 or 10 seed. Because Orlando will drop. The Nets aren't going to pass them, and the Bulls aren't going to pass them. They're too good of a team in general.
100%. Yeah, I know that as well. Like I feel you know, on just them not being in that same tier as a Milwaukee, as a Philly, as a Boston, but or even as a Miami, because I believe that Miami,
they have the potential to get to like a Miami, Cleveland, New York tier to me. 100%. They have that potential. The only thing, like, they could beat anyone in a one game thing. That's why they look so good in the in-season tournament. I just think over the course of 7 games, over the course of an entire year, if you get to the finals, you have to win 16 games to win the finals in the playoffs. Can you consistently shoot well enough and play spotty defense to get all the way there? I don't think the Pacers can. This moves them closer. I do think that, but
100. And that's really what it comes down to. And man, this is early. It's just January. You know what I'm saying? Or it's mid-January now. But there's some other players that could be on the moves that could really make this tough for Indiana to solidify their spot, you know, even more into the first round. Because, you know, speaking of Miami, there is rumor that, you know, Terry Rozier is eyed very much by those cats down there in South Beach. So the East is heating up.
Going to get shaken up for sure.
And the Indiana Pacers are a force to be reckoned with, and something that you should pay attention to. Definitely don't sleep on those cats at all. Shout out to Spicy P. Shout out to Indiana and everybody doing it over there in the organization. Shout out to Hallie. And I think it says a lot that they didn't get rid of Benedict Mathurin too as well.
I don't. You know what I'm saying? It's like at that point you give up your 3 first-round picks. That's what you think that Mathurin and some of the other young guys on your team are worth first-round picks. That's how I would look at it. Like, do you have a first-round pick level player that's still making cheap enough money? They do. So there you go. Then you can get rid of the picks. That's where I was at. That's where, like, when the Cavs traded for Donovan Mitchell, same thing with like Evan Mobley. He's still on his rookie deal right now. Like, this is the time you can make those trades.
100%.
But we have a trade video coming out on Saturday for one trade for every team. So this video will kind of just spark it. But stay tuned for that. Like, comment, subscribe. Pacers fans, I hope you're happy. Peace.